I built this 3D clinic room from scratch using AI tools and zero budget. In this video, I will take you behind the scenes, show you how I build it, how long it actually takes, and why I think this might be the future for 3D modeling. Something's changed. A project I used to charge $15K for, now it's $6K. Not because it's worse, but because AI changed the game. Quietly, fast. While I was out, it was working. And here's the thing. Most people don't notice the difference between a traditional 3D video and one powered by AI. Some might, or if the video is crap. But for marketing, for storytelling, if it connects, it works. It's not about how it's made anymore. It's about what you're saying and why it matters. Life moves at a normal pace, but this new tech moves faster than all of us. That's why I started exploring the newest AI tools shaking up the animation world. This time I'm testing Meshy AI, a tool that turns regular images into ready-to-use 3D models. If you're following up the series, one of the first videos was the storyboarding. And I say in that video that storyboarding is a great way to help in the other steps of the process. So this is the 3D modeling process, and I'm using the storyboard to help me figure out what we need in the room. Like this little knee hammer for the doctor. What's cool about Meshy is that it doesn't just give you a model, it gives you the textures. So you don't have to do that manually. Huge time saver. Now this desk, I grabbed it from thebasemesh.com, a free library of 3D assets, but it came with no textures, so I'll be handling that part later. Back on Meshy, I just googled the reference images. A little stair, some plants, even a rig hard model I found for $19.99, which honestly got me thinking, how will those expensive 3D model sites survive? If we can start generating this stuff ourselves, although rigging is still limited, at least on this side, Meshy, because it only works for humans and animals, not objects like hearts yet. So since we are working with a zero budget, we will rig it ourselves later or figure out that later. For now, I'm using the free version of Meshy. I'll tell you the limitations in a second, but if you are using AI image generators, the flow will feel similar and familiar. You upload a prompt image, Meshy gives you 4 3D model options. Then you can generate the textures. You also get a few credits to use, and I use mine to build out this entire scene. Meshy gives you more coins if you refer friends, so if you want to try the premium version for free, click the link below in my description. You will get a free month and I will get some extra credits too. Win-win. And honestly, even the paid plan starts at $20 a month, which is insanely cheap considering how much time it saves. And if you are a studio like I do, this could mean faster deliveries, smaller teams, and more clients. Now let's bring this into Blender. I'm manually placing everything accordingly to the storyboard shots, and if you go into the edit mode, you'll see a big issue. The models don't have clean topology. That's going to be a problem when it's time to render. It might even make the scene unrenderable, because the time it will take to render all these little things will be just devastating. I think the Pro version of Meshy includes better topology, but I haven't tested that yet. The walls I made manually, they're just some squares with colors, super fast. AI tools still struggle with thin objects though, like you will see in a minute with the paper towel holder. It didn't quite work. Going back to this 3D modeling revolutionary AI is that you don't need to rely on random photos if you don't want. You can make your own, or even tweak images in Photoshop before using them with Meshy or other AI tools. At this point, I started adding everything that I needed. Some work better than others: the TV, some paper towels, a sink, some frames, and even I downloaded a brain and a stethoscope for the doctor character. So here's where we at. The room blocked, the assets are in, the textures from Meshy, but we still need to redo the topology and probably manually tweak some textures. But this, in a normal traditional way, would take me like 8 hours, or maybe 6 if I'm more experienced. But the thing is that now you can do the same work in like 45 minutes. You're talking about like 7 hours of savings with this AI tool that does just one small part of the 3D animation that it's modeling. And you can definitely use this in a production project. The ability to tweak or use your own reference, make it more your own. For businesses, this means that animation projects can be more affordable, maybe like 3 times more affordable than before. And we are talking about a couple years ago, we were charging $15,000 for a 1-minute animation project, and now we will need to decrease our prices. But it also means that we as artists I won't need a big team to bring stories to life, which is great. So if you love animation and want to stay up to date with the tools that are changing the industry every day, hit that like button, drop a comment below what tool you want me to use, and don't forget to subscribe for more animated content. Bye bye.